All right. Izzy is not with us this morning, so I'm in control. All right. So let's get rolling with some GC button here. Isn't that exciting?
Great salespeople value connections within the community. You know, the community, the neighborhood they work in, the city they live in, maybe the industry or just their office. They look at that community, where they sell, where they work, as their main aim of commerce. This is where their revenue comes from. People, people, people. Dude, the greats are all about people. They're about connections and relationships. They know about this obscurity problem. They know obscurity is the demon. They know how to get attention, stay connected. They know how to make, develop, maintain, and protect relationships. The greats are unbelievable at this, and something I'm still working on today. 25 years, 30 years I've been in business now, and I'm just getting to the point where I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to pay attention to these relationships. Don't make the mistake I have. Be great now at building those relationships and then combining all these other attributes, then insisting that that relationship becomes your customer. The great salespeople are devoted to being in great physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual condition. The greats get it all right. They're not interested, in having three of those right and one out. They want lots of energy. They know their mental, their emotional, their physical, all of that matters. They want to be in the best shape they can be in every way possible. Look, you can't be great if you don't have them all together. There's no reason to settle. There's no reason to have the physical in and the emotional out. How's that going to work, okay? Oh, the guy's in great shape, but he's a whack job, okay? There's no reason to have the physical out and have all the other pieces in. Look, have it all, man. Find time for it all. But Grant, I don't have enough time. You got the same 168 hours everybody's got. Physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, okay? Familial. Get them all right. Be great. Okay? Otherwise, why do you want to be great at just selling or building a business? Be great at it all, okay? And you can't be great if you don't have it all. Look, great salespeople have a work ethic of that of an obsessed person and the persistence of a person that almost appears to be a maniac. And you're like, Grant, I don't have that. You need to get it. Okay? You need to get it if you're going to dominate your marketplace. If you're going to get the great things out of your business and truly build a great business and be considered one of the great salespeople, you have to outwork everyone. You have to be willing to do whatever it takes and then be willing to do the stuff that other people will not do. Don't trust your talent, trust effort. Trust that work ethic that shows up, does whatever it takes, goes the extra mile, doesn't quit when other people do. And when you walk into the room, people are going to be like, oh my God, that guy's in a completely different league. How would that feel to you? To walk into a room or go to a convention and you walk in and they're like, oh, there he is. See, that's going to come from work ethic, effort, extra mile, doing what other people refuse to do. When somebody once told me, if you just do what you love to do, you'll be successful. Hey, it's BS. You got to learn how to do the things you hate, okay? And then you'll be successful. Great salespeople trust instinct, creativity, and passion to lead and fuel them. Now I know these are very esoteric concepts, creativity, you know, and oh my gosh, where'd that thought come from? You're driving down the road and you're like, oh, I just thought of Mr. Johnson. I got to call Mr. Johnson today. You have no idea or reason. You know what the great would do? He'd make the phone call right now. He knows intuitively, he's connected to his clientele so well intuitively. Think about being a parent. You ever thought about your kid? Oh, my kid, he's going to do something crazy. He's going to put his finger in a socket, or he's going to jump in the pool. You were right. Follow that intuition. Great salespeople, great business people know how to follow this instinct. The greats show up. I show up completely, 100%, and know my brilliance, the brilliance we all have in us, okay? It shows up with you. When you show up completely, all the way, 100%, then let the intuitive, the creativity, let your brilliance just come and trust it. The greats don't need everything figured out. They do things that are exceptional. They do things other people can't figure out how to do because they showed up, trusted that intuition, trusted their creativity, trusted their brilliance, and then it got figured out, okay? That's what I'm talking about, the magician. But you got to show up first. Be great, trust your intuition, and that's going to come from being completely committed to your profession.
All right. Got to be crazy, right? Fanatical. You know, something he said about, you know, if you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. In his book, Be Obsessed or Be Average, he talks about just a conversation he had with his father. They were cleaning up the yard, and he said, you know, as a little kid, he just watched his dad just cleaning up all this debris from the trees, and he's like, "Hey, Dad, do you love cleaning up this debris?" And his dad told him, he said, "You know, son, you don't have to love what you're doing to love what you do." Meaning sometimes you just get in there and you just do the work, and you're doing the work because it carries with it a bigger meaning. There's something else going on behind the scenes. And for his dad, it was about taking care of his family. And so, you know, I think that's a little bit of insight on what he was saying there about, you know, you can't just like look for things you like to do and just assume that, you know, you're just always going to do things that are fun and exciting. Sometimes you just get in there and do the work, and you're doing the work because it's got a bigger meaning to it, right? It's serving your purpose. It's helping out in your community. It's supporting your coworkers, building your team, whatever that looks like. So with that, I'm going to say that the marketing angle on that is, as Izzy always says, you just, you know, you look for opportunities during your day to just express yourself and tell people what you're doing and why. You know, maybe you're out walking a job, and it's not because you're stoked on walking a job. You're out walking a job because it's checking on quality. Maybe you're checking on safety. Maybe you're giving instruction to a subcontractor to make sure there's clarity in what it is they're doing today. But whatever you're doing is for something bigger than just that one act on its own. So that's what I've got for the day. Panda, do you have anything to say? Nope.
I'm out in outer space today. I agree with you 100%. And I appreciate the input. That perspective was nice.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I see Aaron is walking and talking, and gave me
I'm back.
some inspiration for the day, gave me some content right there as he was working his way back to his truck.
What's that?
I was just using you as the example of sometimes you're out walking a job, and telling subs what they need to know so that it's clear communication, yada, yada,
Yeah.
yada.
Yep. I just met Pedro with JP Paving. These guys are here on site, equipment offloaded. They're going to town like it's on, so good operation, seems like, just like we saw at Walmart, which is nice
Yeah.
to see.
Killer. All right. See, Masood, you got anything to add for today?
Yeah, we have a really busy June. We're probably going to be doing a bid review almost once a day or once every other day. So it's going to be a busy June. Got a lot of projects coming up.
Nice. I've got a surprise project for you too. I'll tell you about after this meeting.
We're running out of room on the board. We're going to have to get another board in here.
Gonna have to get another
But
board.
bring it. But bring
Oh,
it.
man.
But bring it.
Right on. Victor, what you up to today, buddy?
Good morning, everyone. We are going to be in Fairfield doing a job walk with the client on this pretty big pool patio area, and then I'm meeting up with these Vive people in Santa Rosa. And then it's pretty much it today. So a lot of up and down.
Right on.
Yep.
Well, I think everybody's aware, but just in case they're not, Aaron closed the Rohnert Park deal last week with Shane's. So we are getting that one queued up and ready to roll.
Victory.
Boom. All right, guys. We got plenty to do today, and we're going to get to doing it. I will see you guys all shortly.
Sean, you got a sec to talk? I'll call you right now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.